Kojo had been a hunter since he was a young man. Most mornings, he left before the village was fully awake, carrying his old rifle, a small bag of food, and the same brown water bottle his father had given him years ago.
We should start rotating the
His
crops
father,
near the western ridge
Mensa,
soon.
used to
And the
walk with him as
irrigation
far
needs
as the
checking by
edge
the
of
maize
farms. They would sit on a flat stone, talk about the weather, and decide where Kojo should search that day. But lately, Mensa had stopped making the walk. At first, Kojo told himself it was because his father was tired. Then he started leaving earlier, before Mensa could ask to come. He knew what he was doing, but he called it work. There was always another trail, another place to check, another reason to stay out a little longer.
We stand
One
watch
evening,
until the others return. at
Kojo
dawn.
returned after dark. He found his younger brother, Yaw, sitting outside their father's room. "Why are you still awake?" Kojo asked. "Father was waiting for you." Kojo looked toward the closed door. He should be sleeping. Yaw shook his head. He sits there every evening. He thinks you will come back and talk to him. Kojo said nothing. He washed his hands, ate a little food, and went to bed. The next morning, he left before sunrise again. For the next few weeks, the same thing happened. Kojo spent longer hours in the bush, while Mensa spent more time sitting near the doorway. Sometimes the old man would ask whether Kojo had come home. Sometimes he would forget he had already asked. Young noticed everything. One afternoon, he found Kojo repairing a torn strap on his hunting bag.
Look at me.
You know he doesn't ask about the hunt
This
anymore.
affects both of us now.
Yah said.
Running won't solve
Kojo
anything
kept
this
working.
time.
What does he ask? He asked if you're coming home. Kojo looked up, but Yah had already walked away. That night, Kojo stayed outside his father's room for a while. Through the doorway, he saw Mensa sleeping in a wooden chair. On the small table beside him was Kojo's old-school notebook, the one he had forgotten about years ago. Kojo picked it up carefully. Inside were notes his father had written about his first hunting trips. The handwriting was uneven, but one sentence caught him. He came home before dark today. Kojo turned another page, then another. There were years of small records. The first animal Kojo had brought home. The first time he had been away for 2 nights. The day he returned with a broken sandal. The day Mensa wrote that Kojo had promised not to stay away so long again. Kojo had forgotten that promise. The next morning, he did not take his rifle. Instead, he sat beside his father and peeled oranges for breakfast.
Yao's children
Mensa
are growing
opened his
quickly.
eyes slowly. "Are you going to the
Farms
bush?"
are looking better
he
too.
asked. "Not today." Mensa smiled
Have we met
faintly.
before?
"Good. Sit down."
Many times.
They stayed together most of the morning. Kojo told him about the village, the farms, and Yaw's children. Mensa listened,
It is
but
Kojo.
sometimes his eyes drifted away as if he was trying to place
Kojo.
Kojo in his memory. By afternoon, Mensa asked, "Has your son come home?" Kojo stopped speaking. "He is here," Yaw said quietly from the doorway. Mensa looked at Kojo for a long moment. "Who is he?" Kojo smiled because he did not want his father to see his face change. "It is Kojo," he said. Mensa nodded politely, as though hearing the name of someone he once knew.
That's enough.
After that day, Kojo stopped disappearing into the bush for days at a time. He worked closer to home and came back before evening.
You're early.
He helped his father eat, fix things
I
around
wanted
the
to be.
house, and sat beside him even when there was nothing to say. Some days Mensa knew him. Some days he did not. Kojo never complained about it. He had spent years thinking he needed more time to prove himself. Now he understood that the time he had been trying to gain had already been spent. One evening, Kojo sat beside his father as the village settled down. Mensa reached for his hand without looking at him. Kojo held it. Neither of them spoke.
Kojo has not recovered
The
the
next
time
morning,
he lost. But he has
Kojo
stopped
still
wasting
went
the
to work,
time that remains.
but he came home early.